all the evidence, the constant Apollo references, that radiant crown on his statue, the placement of his arch, it kind of makes sense.
Remember, Constantine was part of the imperial cult before he supposedly converted. This cult worshipped the emperor as a god and often linked him with Apollo, the sun god. It seems like he never really let go of that way of thinking, even after he supposedly became a Christian.
So basically, he took the imperial cult, where the emperor was this godlike figure, and just swapped out Apollo for Jesus. That's pretty smart. It let him use both pagan and Christian traditions to make himself more powerful, while still appearing to be a devout Christian. But does that mean he wasn't a true believer?
That's a question that historians have been arguing about for centuries. Some people think he was totally sincere. They point to his support for the church and his role in the Council of Nicaea, which helped establish some of the most important Christian beliefs.
But then there are other people who think he was just a really good politician. They think he saw how popular Christianity was becoming and decided to use it to his advantage. It sounds like he was a pretty complicated guy.
The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Constantine was definitely ambitious and wanted to leave a lasting mark on the world. But he might have also genuinely believed in something bigger than himself, even if his beliefs were a little unusual. Maybe he thought he was chosen to unite the empire under a new faith, a faith that he helped create.
It's almost like he made his own version of Christianity, one that was heavily influenced by paganism and put the emperor at the center of it all. That's what makes Constantine's story so interesting, right? He wasn't just converting to some already existing religion. He was actively shaping and changing Christianity to fit his own vision and goals. It's like he was an architect, not just of Constantinople, but of this new religious system that would change the Western world forever. We've come a long way from that simple story about his conversion, haven't we?
We have. This deep dive has shown us how complex and mysterious Constantine's story really is. It's a good reminder that history is rarely black and white. There are always different interpretations, hidden motives, and shades of gray. It's up to us to look at the evidence and decide what we believe.
So what does all of this mean for us today as we try to understand Constantine's legacy? What are your final thoughts on this whole deep dive?
I think it challenges us to question everything we think we know about the past, to look deeper and consider different points of view. And it reminds us that even the biggest moments in history are usually driven by a lot of different things, some good, some not so good. We can appreciate what Constantine accomplished while also recognizing how complicated and contradictory his reign was. He might not have been the saint that some people make him out to be, but he was definitely a powerful leader who changed the course of history.
That's a great point. His story also reminds us how powerful narratives are and how they can be used to push certain agendas. It encourages us to think critically, to question what we're told, and to always search for the truth, even when it's difficult and messy.